Hi everyone, I'm Joachim. I'm in the SIG core team. I work on the ARM and ARM64 backends. First of all, a big thank you and big kudos to those who worked on this release cycle, who worked on ironing out bugs. Really great work done there. I'm going to demo a quick insignificant progress in the ARM64 backend, namely printing out the number of tests passed. Whoops, this is incorrect. This should be good. So in the old test runner, we don't get a number of tests passed, but in my current local branch, we get a number of tests, and we can see that about 580 behavior tests are passing. Thanks very much, and congratulations to 0.10.
Testing. So a fun fact about me is that I love tools, and that's why Matt Knight is my best friend. Hi, I'm August, Super August on GitHub, or I'm on Discord, and what I really want to show you today, stuff about me, is AZLS comp time demo. So comp time in ZLS has always been like a big problem, but now if I hover over this, I'll get this. Pretty nice. Changes 252 is going to be a different value, right? 69 in theory. Yes, there we go. But what if my 30 doesn't fit in my type? Make this a U3. I get an error. Pretty nice. Let's say I want to debug this. My code isn't working, what's going on? Do this, and I get debug log output. So yeah, some stuff I've been working on, and hopefully this will be in ZLS very soon, and we would enjoy it. Also, Matt, are we on all reason tonight? Like, I'm down. Like, hit me up. Anyways.
Hi, I'm Fabio from Germany. I'm interested in using Zig for game development, and today I would like to show you Zero Man. Zero Man is a very basic clone of a classic Mega Man game, but with Zero as a main character. I'm not so happy with this current death animation. Let's jump on this conveniently placed spike to show you what I mean. I think the effect bubbles move and animate way too slowly. Let's try to tweak this by first taking a snapshot just before Zero's death. Now we can replay his death over and over by loading the snapshot. We changed the code to increase the animation speed and the movement of the bubbles. Hit save. Much better. As you might have noticed, Zig recompiles the wasm binary nearly instantaneously. This makes iterating on game features very pleasant. And that's all I have. Bye!
Hello everyone, I am working on Sandaio Rewrite in Zig, which is a cross-platform C library for IDEO input-output. And yeah, it's made by Andrew. And so the Pulse IDEO backend is functional, check, and PyFires is still work in progress. And other backends such as WAS API, ALSA, and Core IDEO has blend. I'm not trying to make a one-to-one copy, so the API is a bit different, and there's also some bugs fixed from the original code base. This is a sine wave example which decreases the volume smoothly using the Pulse IDEO backend. That's it. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Anders, and I'm working on the Elven Green Legacy. This is a super ambitious project, and it's something that I wanted to do since I was a teenager, basically. More specifically, it's a massive, dynamic, open-world, fantasy, first-person, third-person RPG. The world is procedurally generated offline, and this potentially allows me to spend weeks generating a large, complex, and deep world. I'm making it open source, and that's super exciting because I'm not really bound by it being a financial success. And that means that I can just wildly experiment with cool design ideas. Eventually, or slowly, I'd like to build up a team working on it, a diverse team. There's no shortage of cool things to make. And here, somewhere, are my current guiding principles. Thank you for listening. I hope it excites you as much as it excites me.
I'm going to show you a tree sitter parser that uses Zig. Lots of code editors support custom languages via text-mate grammars. These are plist files that describe your grammar rules. I recently switched to the Helix editor, which doesn't use these text-mate grammars, but instead uses Tree Sitter. Tree Sitter is a library for parsing code. It has a C API for editors that exposes the syntax tree, which affords more powerful navigation, editing, and highlighting. It also has a C API for defining grammars, plus a high-level JavaScript API and tooling to compile these grammars into C. For fun, I wanted to make a tree sitter grammar for a friend's language, but the JavaScript API alone can't fully describe an indentation-sensitive language. For this, you have to define some tokens as externals whose lexing is delegated to a custom C function. Jacobli's awesome C backend improvements were just merged, so let's make a basic scanner in Zig. We define a constructor and a destructor, and some serialization logic. Then, our token scanning logic. We set the output format to C, and Zig build spits out C files. Tree sitter tooling does the rest. We point Helix to these assets, then have it fetch and build them. It compiles the generated C and loads the library. Now we can use this custom language in Helix.
Alright, so for the software I want to show off today, this is the Crosscraft Classic server. It's basically a fully fledged Minecraft server for the original Minecraft Classic version 0.31. It is completely protocol compliant, and it's even featured on the list of Minecraft Classic servers. Either way, here's what the server looks like when you generate into default world. I'm using the Classic Cube Minecraft Classic client, and as you can see, it generates a classic style Minecraft world. If we go ahead and start with our C++ client here, this is the Crosscraft client, and we will be connecting to the classic Crosscraft WTF server. And just like that, we are on our community server here with all of our community builds on our custom client with our custom server. Crosscraft is a project with the goal to create an open source Minecraft client on a variety of different platforms. It would also simulate versions of Minecraft, both old and new. Make sure to join our community Minecraft server at the link above.
I'm in the early stages of writing a cross-platform Windows resource definition script compiler with the intention of getting it merged into Zig. You start with an RC file, which then gets run through a C preprocessor, that then gets compiled into a .res file, that then gets linked into your executable file linker. This part is taken care of by Clang or ARCC in the future, and this part is taken care of by the linker, so this project only needs to handle this part. I'm writing this from scratch instead of porting another implementation because other similar projects are not one-to-one compatible with the Microsoft RC compiler. In this example, the quotes here change how this file is parsed, and each existing RC compiler handles it differently. My current code will explode on almost any other input, but it already handles this edge case the same as the Microsoft compiler. My ultimate goal is to fuzz test with the Microsoft compiler as an oracle to ensure identical outputs for every input, but it might take a while to get to that point.
Hey, I'm XQ, and today I'm going to show you how to work with the Cyclone game engine. First, we have to build our level. This is done by this, and this will run in the background. Then we create a default camera, first-person camera we attach to the level or to the engine and have it have better defaults. Then we load our level file we just built. We then create a model file called laser.model in the engine. It has the behavior FPS weapon. The FPS weapon has a offset to the camera and a rotational offset to the camera. And then per frame, we compute the positional offset by rotating the offset by the camera rotation and added it to the camera center. And we just copy the camera rotation and apply some nice offsets here. And if we compile that, it will take a minute. And then we got ourselves a first-person shooter. And that is how you build games with the Cyclone game engine.
Hi, I am Leon, the terminal guy from Zig.News. This is NFM, a slightly different terminal file manager featuring real Miller columns, unlike the fake ones common in other terminal file managers, marks inspired by selections in the Cocoon editor, allowing you to operate on multiple files across multiple directories based on regular expressions in a way much more comfortable than shell globbing. Literally no file management operations. NFM will help you compile shell commands instead of trying to replace the shell. A quick way of navigating across different file systems, a decent mouse support for those who like it clicky, and good documentation. There's still some rough spots, but we're on a good track and I plan the first release in December this year. NFM spawned the ZigSpoon terminal library, which also powers this visualizer for my university study time, ignore my day-night cycle please, and this clone of a board game a friend and I like to play. If you're interested or have questions, send me an email or join us on IRC. And since I have it on good authority that some of the important Zig people will be present here, thanks!
Hey everyone, this is Matt Knight, and I'm here to demo the final project of Felix and my embedded workshop at Software You Can Love. It's all built on top of MicroZig, and we don't have a lot of time, so let's get started. So first we've got the build script. It's got a step for generating the ELF file, and then a step for generating the UF2 firmware image. Then we're going to start our serial monitor, and then we're going to program our board by dragging and dropping the UF2 file into the mounted drive. We can see logs from the serial connection, and as I turn the potentiometer, the servo turns as well. Pressing down on the encoder changes the mode so that it has fine grain control over the rotation. Pressing it again causes us to return to our original state. Anyways, that's all the time I have. So if you're interested, please come join our Discord server. And have a good Zig Rush.